Hey everybody, my name is Vicky, and I want to tell you about my fail. The fact is that my natural stupidity led me to the fact that I turned into a total situation and spoiled my reputation. A new student came to us in 10th grade. This is an ordinary thing. Yes, the guys often went back and forth, and I wouldn't even have paid attention to him if the newcomer was not just a mega dream of my life. Yeah, I fell in love. For the first time in my life. His name was Alex. He was slightly thin. Well, not athletic, but so thin and very slender. He dressed stylishly. He was able to keep up a conversation. And anyway, he was charmingly shy. And I just floated away when he passed by or asked me something. I always kept extra pens, notebooks, and other office supplies ready in case he needed them. And then I decided, what am I actually losing? And I started to get to him, just any possible way. I helped him with homework, followed him around, and looked him in the eye with devotion. I wrote stupid notes to him. I wore the most low-cut blouses from the list of allowed ones. We had school uniform requirements. Other guys turned their necks to look at my breasts longer. Others, but not him. Alex didn't seem very interested in girls at all. Or rather, he was interested in them, not as a guy, but rather as a girlfriend or something. But he didn't care about the boys either. Most of the time he was at school. Surprisingly, but he was studying, and then he rushed somewhere on his own business. He was in no hurry to join the group. Strange, but our boys were usually aggressive towards all the new guys, but Alex was ignored from the very first day. No, it's not like they ignored his existence. But well, it was like with the girls. They just took him for granted. But I was not alarmed by this. I thought that everyone had just grown up, and now they had their own opinion instead of a collective mind. I continued my stupid attempts without a second thought. Once I even went to an exhibition at an art school. Well, he drew pictures, and they were quite good for his age, even without taking into account my biased feelings towards him. But for some reason, Alex was in no hurry to open his arms to me. I would say that he really didn't like what was happening. At first, he was quite nice. Then later, he even started showing aggression. He would yell at me or something like that. Well, he constantly refused any attempts to go out somewhere together. Once he even sent me off. But then he apologized, muttering something, and left somewhere. But it was already much more than I had received before. So I decided to set it up that he would have to agree. Just right on time for Valentine's Day, I asked him out. Yeah, it was not a trivial postcard, but an audio Valentine on the school radio. So, to the laughter of our classmates, he had to agree just to get rid of me already. I realized immediately that the evening was no success. Alex was mostly silent, drinking his coffee and looking at his watch. And then I asked him in plain English what I was doing wrong. He shrugged and said probably everything was okay. But such a romance was not his case. I gave up. What else could I do? I can't force someone to love me, right? But this doesn't mean we couldn't be friends. I said it out loud. Alex exhaled, agreed, and we started better communication. Then the evening passed in quite a positive way. That's just, for some reason, he was talking about himself as a female. At school, we didn't communicate so closely, or rather just exchanged some short phrases. But now I realized that he was really strange. Or not he. When we were about to leave, I asked him plainly again whether he was gay or not. And here, Alex, my first school love, made a great surprise for me. It turned out that he wasn't gay, and not a lesbian, which is closer. Alex was a typical girl. She just liked a sporty style, short hair, and no makeup. And as for our classmates, absolutely everyone knew about it. No one, neither teachers nor classmates, confused her with a guy as I did. That's why she was so tense when I tried to get her into some kind of relationship. She thought I was LGBT or something, and I was harassing her. Alex admitted that she didn't even think that someone might confuse her with a guy because, well, her breasts and her shape are the same, and no one has ever confused her before. But how could I see her breasts if she always wore oversized clothes? I didn't see it, so I was a complete fool. And not only in front of Alex. The rest of the guys were laughing too, and they thought different things about me. That's how I got... It was a terrible shame. I was even seriously going to transfer to another school. Alex said not to worry as everything was okay. No offense. She is ready to be friends with me and stuff. Well, except maybe romantic relationships. And classmates? But what does it matter to them? In a year, our school will be over, and everyone would go to different cities for college. I agreed, because she was really right. We became really good friends. She's cool, although I still sometimes admire her long, thin fingers, especially when she's sitting at her easel drawing. But alas, she's not a guy, no matter how much I want it. Yeah, some were laughing, especially when they realized I just mixed up the gender of my love. Some teased me for a long time, until the end of school, and offered me to try this with a girl. I always fought such insults back, kidding that alas, Alex only wants to be my friend, and I don't agree to anyone else. And I did have a boyfriend, but already in college. Ironically, he was Alex's cousin. They were really similar. And for 2 years, we've been absolutely happy in our relationship. Write in the comments, could you get so caught up and confused? And how would you get out of it? And don't forget about likes and sharing videos with your friends. And be careful not to be the hero of some stupid story, like me.